Hello viewers, my name is Ferdinand Rani for the Meghalayan. As we celebrate the golden jubilee of our statehood, we will be going to different locations across the state to bring you stories, views and opinions from the three generations of people who will be witnessing the celebration this year. The first generation of people, which will be the people who have lived prior to the attainment of statehood. The second generation will be the people who have lived throughout the 50 years of statehood, and the third generation will be the young people of the state. This is the first episode, and watch this video till the end as the first generation of people share their views and opinions on education, politics, development and much more. As the state is all prepped up for the year-long celebration, the elderly citizens from across the state has this to say on their involvement and what they know about the attainment of statehood on 21st January 1972.
Tiba kali tiba orang pikat nang derka unyung lada nonsap derka untuk sak house na.
You know, the movement for separate state was a mass movement where men, women and youth participated.
Meghalaya dokumen ini semua ya dokumen nakkan ini semua wes angna antang macam jadi mamung anak aktivitas semua involved yang pasasem. Ang backside ini support ka anak gede antang di active player ba jadi semua rango. Ang ni parer mungkin sekarang jangan captain sama baksa donge education minister ba wasem Sanford Camera daudi dong jahat anang biramo. Apsan ang baksa karun kali parer macam orang ni semua ang awam ni aktivitas sama ka uya bangen episode sini uya mang adok kaman nasa ka orang macam ni ba angan taman sama jadi semua ni kami dongai ke masalah kaya sem.
Ngamla klaim sangu yaki freedom fighters dan yang kini le state kijungi wal ada bunuh de jungki kala poya gar bulai bakila tristom nyo ini ya kene kejelan Meghalayan kijungi.
I was a young man then, 19 years, 20 years, like that. There was great discontentment and even resentment that we are being ill-treated and looked down by the then Assam government.
Perhaps echoes of a separate hill state were first heard in 1946. The aim was to include only tribal areas of Assam. Here is a little history shared by these citizens who have witnessed the events in those times.
Volunteers. Perhaps the first open demonstration in Shillong was in 1957 or 58. The Assam government wanted to nominate one non-tribal MDC in the Khasi and Jaintia Hills District Council. So that it ignited the patriotic spirit and the sanctity of the hill people. There was at that time an open demonstration and procession by the students. I was very young, but my elder brothers were there. And the Assam government wanted to quell down that demonstration, anti-slogan, anti-government. So for the first time in the Shillong city, perhaps many don't know that except the elders people like us, the Assam government dispersed the crowd, led by Bahoping and Bahaibar Nyota. They fired tear gas, then they were arrested, the two of them. Chairman of state movement or something.
Women also have played a very important role. Unfortunately, we do not have much records or writings or documents relating to this issue, but they have really participated vigorously and sincerely in the Hill State movement. And I would like to say that without the participation of women, I don't think we would have got the state of Meghalaya. And when our leaders launched their non-violent direct action, as a group of volunteers, many women, many girls and boys, they joined, they enrolled themselves as volunteers, and they known as NVDA volunteers. So they participated, they were disciplined, they have got training, and they carried out whatever work given to them. And I remember how our mothers, our neighbors, they used to take out chairs and benches in the road so that they could sit for the whole day long, during the hartal. At the time we call hartal.
The biggest mistake that the Assam government did was when they introduced an act in 1960 to make Assamese language the official language. And we are to learn Assamese, our children in schools and office everywhere, and that sparked the movement. Eastern India Union reacted, containing all the tribal of the Eastern India. And finally, the APHLC was formed to fight for a separate hill state. The APHLC launched the Non-Violent Direct Action, NVDA. It enrolled volunteers to fight it in a democratic manner, without violence. And so we were trained also physically to make us fit, because when we go there to picket the offices and the city of Shillong, we will be arrested. The NVDA movement was launched on September 1968. We picketed the offices. So that has touched and affect so much that the result of that, under the leadership of our leaders, late B.B. Lingdo, S.D.D. Nicholsoy, Bas Stanley, G. Yiswell, Ripel Gandia, Bab Nain, Hopping Stone, all those stalwarts. The movement was very sincere, with one voice and one motive. No hill state, no rest. We opposed Congress, because it was ruling at that time. So meetings were held, and we were told that when we get our own state, we will be the masters of our own destiny, our own fate, our own people. All these privileges entitled for the state will be ours.
The state have come a long way since 1972, and these sections of people have witnessed many changes in the last 50 years. Kaya ko kala sanpus na menchua bat menta sanpus na hadin sanpus na kaya ko kala
ong kala na kaya garor kapan ya ong kot tele ya ong ta ha ya kata nga ong hok be menchua gamut ria di dupan di tuntu ya are kaya menta dong don kampsa di panteliang ni dong le memante ruan ya tadal hoiwa nasa ikon hospital wa to phau yaมันชวนองเจ้าเลยชามันดาราโฮสตาร์เป็นภาษาเมื่อแบบวันแบบลอยยุ่งเลยแล้วเป็นเหตุการณ์ที่ต้องละกัดอันนี้ยังรู้ปะตาเตอเดี๋ยวอย่ามาเป็นสร้างตีนึงadaอย่ากระตักสปะกระเพราตีอย่าก่อนตาองอย่าก่อนตานั่งกันนอนนั่งมันตานั่งเช้าสนามสันสนามได้กับวันก็มาองอย่าก่อนก็เอ็นตั้งก็ไว้เลยมันเป็นตั้งก็ไว้แบบสกุลสุดตาแบบเอ็นไรสกุลเยอะว่ะด้าดิสกุลตั้งบ้านใจเยอะเลยงากันมาเวลาเลยล้านดุลาลักนู่นแหละมันดุน้อยดิสกุลสวลังดักกระจัดลงปอเดียวลงสกุลตั้งมาสเต็ปเลยมันสน้อยเอ็นไรแบบพลัดจะใส่เบี้ยจะตั้งกระสุนคนงานก็เลยเยอะงอนอสอบเพลสนามสันเพลสนามกันหมดถอยวิวนางเลยเอ็นมันไกลเลยพระสกุลชนอลงมันไกลสกุลเวนเลยมันตาเดวูมันตาเตอกันเลยคนคนเมียวงามตากลิสตา
Before the statehood and after the statehood. So before there's great unity among the Kenyo tribes. The FCRC at that point of time, the symbol is rose, they sweep the elections. But as time goes, the unity becomes divided. politically. That is a different issue. So many parties come up. They are no more under one flag, one symbol. Gone. So we are now left with a big question mark. In education during the Assam time, because there was no unemployment problem that point of time. The moment you pass matric, they will say, come and work, serve in the office. No, that is the beauty part of it. There is a beauty part of it. But the only thing is that they look down on us. And they introduce Assamese language, this and that, and all those things. The unemployment problem was not there. Unemployment problem started from the 90s onward.
Women have come up in every field. They have come up even in areas where we considered as male domain. I remember when we were small, when we were in college, very few women in police force, and very few women as lawyers, and very few women in the media. Okay? But now they have crossed the barrier, they are in the different fields. They have come up in every field. I don't see that women are they have really contributed to the economy, to the development of the state of Meghalaya. And what we lack here, I would like to mention, is political empowerment. Women have come up in every field, but they are lacking in this field. And you have seen that very few women join the electoral process. And even in local darbar, so much talk about it. Women should come up and participate in the Dorvashnong, because so that they will see the problems of women through women's eyes.
Mendang dari tayong iba tanda dah tibon pas dulu ko, dia gini gini na gini gini na ate ayo lebon baju kelaki, just tak jam nang ikna le, no, te keroi ko para na ate, ngade payong tanda keroi baju. Then ada dan iba tanda kejat baju lai, jangan ketko baju lai, itu ko dipikiri. Lai saya lai cerliang lai cangpung lai sejuai. Tangan jual rapo dari rumah deh. Tem cuba nak kata selai dek jat. Terhadir nak kan ini amri. Tangan mengun dia rapo dari rumah kejat. Terus kelak berthai nang. Terang ni dia pi, ibu rap deh. Thai duk kubah. Dah dong ini nekti. Tekan ni deh, nang nerudung deh. Dah lagi berthai deh. Dah amun jenang deh start kusaf karu deh.
Dauni zagen niatin yo kango jio bos taujem Meghalaya adop kumana ni zamano ansungni bos sarang oin nam dapata nam dapahanin namana ria duani road communication jekon kango negleka atem interior part rang chile ria duani bos sanam sangjam gaino aradongo singadonginga aradongo na kengkeng riang doni dakpangpas sorokpa ya bos song gravel road mang namyok mabawung sang asam dakibang za kita dong asam semai dene kacha kita dong ya wachin is avek sivek daka arakora demura kita onke ni namja sang asam awastale ini badao yara awasta bagian namata.
Most of the citizens express that the living conditions of the people in the state have improved in the last 5 decades, and as far as other developments and issues are concerned, this is what they have to say.
Seeing that this 50 years achievement, what they call Golden Jubilee, very much low as far as progress of development in the state is concerned. If you see roads are not adequate, footpaths are defective, they are potholes, they are danger, water is never improved, rather is better in the old days. I am 75 years, I have seen that we don't cry for water those days. It's available 24 hours at home or in the streets, in the localities. Of course now population is more, but then we got the state, we get more money. There are people who got electricity, but there are no meters. What kind of demonstration?
Balai namar bahadu mentang imlak baik jok pusang. Hagapor election ki politician jemi om tangway an jan borok politician ngilak menong borok Kiwan segi senang kita kele sipiba ki pular yo put sam man keteng man ka election kita ki pular tu put sam andre tu mentan ki politician jingi ki ma nomar gene ki bri jingi hako ki put sam khamta mengi ki besong hagane ka than goda ki bri jingi ki besong hako goda ki sim jingi lada ki wan register khando siapa menghalia jingi ka sarkar ka chat but let se gedor gorem habaki register sarkar asam kaskar asam ka ai free of cost
Adani state ni nengon badeng suala ni rangko nam dapat ade mandani economic condition ajangi thangni solrang girang ise obosarang nambat kene bebera song ngadam rango mandang jangi thangi on wamangga ge game banga bostong ko na namana lagi isung ta ke alu dar ke ko ri na ka bostong ko so na na ta ba ni bubarang ko khradam manne phalna customer rang na phalna banga somayo mandrang nama facilities ko mandang marketing facilities ko ba dong ja ini asal mai lakana songni manang ko dawn kengan da ke ya thingnia zol mangmang ba adrani gi a game mana samjak bisu ko ri na kan ko phalna wamang guwahati rang chi ranginga sumarang ko reserve kai ranginga bato sak mi sakrang ko takenga da regular phalna ranginga Jadi koila batba hazal ton rang salantin sini makawan di anginga. Orang nak radam kumat dengan sini azan keparang sini koila yang keparang ni mana facilities ti mangbanong jenga rabai dondam dai manga ramarang aro NGT daskriyo lo eba ka ben ka zaman da open ka tha ka zaman da mang da legal mai illegal ni mamang ibadong job. Tadi ni pun international market tu na orang korang nama nak tawa, ay bas subida orang ko dak nama macam.
Thì hắc cái nghĩ cái này ông phi đập từ sát thảo năm này thì gió bèo còn là tao như con nhân năng cho tạt na bột năng một thảo trong đó na vậy có sẽ khi lại bị thanh thì buồn đôi đa có mà gặp bị thanh thì buồn nhiều lại gì tụi bay cái bill của mình hôm nay đi số tụi cái lại làm nhiều ít đấy.
We have many problems still unsolved. The boundary issue and languages have not been recognized under the 8th schedule. We have this poverty problem and healthcare need to be improved. All these, we need good, efficient and dynamic leaders in the political field. And for this, I would like also that some women should come up and join the electoral fray so that they can see the problem with women's eyes.
Soal merjam merpa tentang wak itu tentang sakit olong wir. Tentang cerita ni na cem itu cepat cem pendap teketop. Da yok ka air berti, yok ka ci berti ciung da bam ke hab di rak kepung.
To khaimya ya kata sampusna menchua kerap kolong no bermentah.
Kerap kebahaman chua. Te kodol dag en mentah. Tang da rap da blong rai.
Watching the state of Meghalayan achieve 50 years, these concerned citizens, advanced in years and experience, still have several aspirations for their beloved state.
Ang ni nakaniyo de lekha pura ko daw ni sasong ni gapan zat well developed song ba zat tang baksa thulse ni de bangin zaman sakenga si leki zaman sakenga ni ang nakap no sensina mala ani daw ya nakenga ba 50 years ni jubilee ko Meghalayan mani jubilee ko mania niyo government na baran sung sakantinan jangan responsible jangan sancina ma nakamandang ni ya 50 years Soni, may sanong bayan ko ni Platani ng big was somayo. Ngayon, daw ya somayo ang sini Plate, Zodian sini development ng siyong kujang uli ang sini Korea. Next 50 years so, naka-make up ka natin sa itong kalanang. So, mata, government ba ko serious take dap na, barabat na sa itong kalanang. So, mata niya nga nabibila.
Nasubok sa karang halia ka jungi. Ka debon tresto ang sisyu, banpunpoy, ya ki help sentan. Syaman ke kendong surat jong ke jelam Meghalayan ke jungi kenang berkata ke jindap san pusnam kenong ke bubiang hab jadi ke kiwa masa bagi pai bak nang sing jong jelam Meghalayan ke jungi kidang dengkam banyo ye ke umbang ke undi ke bubiang hab jadi berhenti ke sengkin masa bo sekar Meghalayan kantri sitom sisyu ban penpoi ya usurok syaman lagi senong syaman lagi kendong surat Habis bu boarding elektrik masmo bos serkar Meghalaya kandang hapan tresitom berpenpoy ki boarding sya man ki kendong snong ki thau jong ki jalan Meghalaya jungi bat kumju habis ji kami jam jungi semlah ka serkar ka de ban thau kilat kelenti kumno bun wanra ye ki jing yo kami jam na kum ta ki semlah pule
itu men na pinak ne ka ka chu em le kita ki MLA kita ki ministry kita ki MP ne le tip der ka iba tan mga iba tan na dong nga phi tam men phi em ka na ro ice cream phi em ka na ni nun de hau ka te on phi ka nu ko skiem i do tam men ice cream na gilen tan nu le di sat i tan tam men dang le phi to yo la ai ki ice cream men ai ice cream du ye thau do wai du ke jo thi te sa bu ai yi nong yi hon camera pa re
I want a peaceful Meghalaya, a prosperous Meghalaya, because unless there is peace, there is going to be no development. I dream of Meghalaya, where illiteracy and dropouts will be wiped out, and also a proper health care system, so that our people, particularly rural areas, they do not suffer. They will get access to good medical care and affordable medical care. I dream that Meghalaya will have good roads, communication, particularly in rural areas. And our greenery, our forest coverage should be preserved at all costs. The government must address the poverty. In one report, they mentioned that 32%, 32.67%, if I'm not mistaken, of the people live below poverty line. So this is really bad. Besides education, they need capacity building, they need training, they need skill development, and these are very important for the government to see that our youth are employed.
Don't be misguided during elections by money power. Solves everything. Comparatively, there are many northeastern states that have to use a kind of fight by guns and all those things, but we got with the blessing of God. We can say that we can go with the victorious face in the 50th years. Personally, I don't feel touched by that jubilee, because the government has failed our aspiration. I don't blame this and that, but whoever is in power, it has failed. Yes, even our volunteers who are sacrificed, they are not known to the government till today. Geographically, Meghalaya is more bigger than Israel in size. What Israel is. See, size is not a matter. Brain that matters. Patriotism that matters. Sincerity that matters. Devotion that matters. Forget to enrich one's pocket. Develop the state. Fear God. Hard work. That is the only solution.
Thank you for watching The Meghalayan. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to share and subscribe. Drop in your comments below. We would also like to hear your side of the story. And don't miss out on the second episode of Who Are We at 50. Follow us on all social media platforms, #The Meghalayan.